What is up everyone, Luke here, and time for another Tutorial Tuesday video. This week we're going to be covering the scoop. And I know what you're all thinking, who's Luke? Oh yeah, that guy used to do the tutorials on Tuesday. Didn't he die? No, I'm not dead, but I am in Turkey right now. So if you see me pass out, it's just because it's really hot and yeah, I'll be dead. But cracking on with the tutorial. As I said, this week's the scoop. So you've seen the videos just before this bit of what the scoop looks like. It's basically a transition move which you can use in gymnastics, tricking, anything like that to get you into power moves, pop moves or swing moves. So first of all, with the scoop, you want to figure out which leg you swing with. So for example, if you cork and you kick your right leg that way, then you're going to be putting your left knee down and your left hand's going to go down, and you're going to be scooting around anti-clockwise. Alright, if you do it with the other leg, you're going to be doing it clockwise. Alright, so best way to start the scoot is put one knee down. Again, if you kick your right leg in the cork, you're going to put your left knee down and your left hand's going to go down slightly in front, and basically all you're doing is swinging this middle leg through and around. So you're going to end up landing like this, ready to swing or to plant your other foot and do a trick out of it. So I'll quickly show you a few now, and then I'll go through how to break it down a little bit further in a bit more detail. So there's a few ways to get into the scoop. I'd recommend, if you're just trying to learn a scoop and not trying to go into a power move, which I'll show you later, starting from the ground like this. Like I said, you want your right foot quite far forward, give yourself enough room to get your left leg in, and you want your left hand down. Now don't have it down facing that way or forward, you want it down sort of to the left, because obviously as we come round, our legs are going to be swinging around this way, which means as we come out of the scoop, we're going to be in this position and our hands going to be facing forward, and that's the most natural way. That way we can either drive up into the cork or anything you're going to do, or put your feet down and our hands are ready to come up. If they're that way, it doesn't make sense, because you'll be coming up and you're pushing off at a dodgy angle, it might hurt your wrist. Okay. If you're trying to get a little bit more power, what you can do is walk into the scoop, and I've got a bit of a funny scoop, people laugh at it, I don't care because it works for me. So what I do is I take 2 steps and then I basically do a hop off my left leg, so my left leg's forward, and then I drop it back, so I put my hand down but my knee doesn't touch the floor. Then my left leg will come all the way round into a big, nice, powerful scoop. That way I can drive up into a cork or put my other foot down and pop into a full. Okay? So breaking it down, if you're going to start from standing, which is the easiest way to learn the scoop, drop your left knee down and you're going to put your your left hand down, facing slightly back on yourself. Okay? Your left leg is going to come through nice and powerful, lifting off of the floor. Okay, and your left leg's going to be the first one to hit the floor. Your right leg drives up nice and high and round, giving you lots of momentum. And then you stand up, either drop your leg to go into a pop trick or swing it through and go into a cork, gain or anything like that. A few common errors with this move. So imagine I'm in the scoop position now. I can have my hand too far to the foot, which is on the floor, or I can have it too far away. I can have it too close to my knee. I might not have enough room, I might have too much of a stretch, etc, etc. Also, as you're coming out of the scoop and you're in this position, having your hand too close to your foot, like I talked about earlier, means that when you get up, you'll have a nice stretch in your hamstring, and you'll either be leaning too far back or too far forward. So make sure you just play around with it until you know exactly how the scoop feels every time, and it's perfected. So obviously before you start going into any power tricks, get the scoop down, master it, make sure you actually feel the power. One thing is, as you come out of the scoop, you don't want your hand too close to your leg, because if your hand's too close to your leg, you won't be able to push up and get a nice drive. So you want to be quite far away, so that way when you push up, you're leaning back slightly to set you into the flip, whatever flip it's going to do. So yeah, just make sure you're comfortable with it before you try anything. I'll show you a few progressions now, and I'll put them in slow-mo for you. So obviously, excuse the tech, it is extremely hot out here. I'm absolutely dying, and all I've been doing is working and not really training a lot. So that scoot full, I've only just learned, and I've only just got it out on grass because I just threw it. So yeah, don't judge, but you get the whole gist. A scoot is a power move to get you into a trick where you need that extra bit of power, which you can't maybe do from standing. So make sure you're comfortable with it before you start throwing stuff. You can try it in the gym, you can try it on mats. The scoot itself isn't scary at all, but it's just something that you just play around with on the grass. So get practicing with that, and then maybe get a friend to help you, give you some advice, record yourself, see where you're going wrong, compare it with mine, compare it with other people's, etc, etc. Hopefully I'll be getting out more tutorials every Tuesday now, as I'm not really working very much anymore, so that's good news. But don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to Freerunning's YouTube, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, follow PKFR World. I'm not wearing the t-shirt today because I'm going to die if I do, but follow them anyway because they post some good stuff, and I will see you next week. Drop a comment down below for which tutorial you'd like to see next week.